Infinite banking allows us to live for today while planning for the future. My name is Carmen, and this is Darius, and we are the founders of Wealth Nation.
When it comes to insurance, we look at insurance as a way of protecting our family for the day that we pass away. But what we have to take in consideration is the fact that there is an entire life that we live up until that point. So traditionally, we buy insurance and we put it on the shelf and wait to use it, or we wait for it to pass away so our family can benefit from it. So we put money into this vehicle and we put it on the shelf. But let's take in consideration the fact that our need for finances during our lifetime is greater than our need for coverage.
True. And not just with insurance. We do this with a whole bunch of other products. I know we've talked about retirement before. We've talked about investing and education. All of that. We always put money away for the future, this nest egg, without thinking about all of the money that's leaving our hands right now on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. Right.
Let's say you make $50,000 for 10 years. It's $50,000 times 10 years is $500,000. Now let's say you were a good saver and you save 10%. That's the rule of thumb, right?
Yeah.
Save about 10%. That's $50,000 that you've saved over 10 years.
Yeah. So just to recap, I'm an employee. I've made $50,000 every year for 10 years.
And you save 10%.
And I save 10%. So I have roughly $50,000 in my hands.
Right. Over that 10 years, we've spent $450,000 in something.
Yes.
So we somehow our lifestyle was financed with that money. So how can we go about getting that money back? By rethinking the way
we make those purchases. Yeah, because the thing that we don't realize, as you were saying, not only has that $450,000 left our household, it's not coming back. Right? So what if we could create some sort of banking system through this thing? I don't know, what do you call it? Infinite banking. And you're able to see those funds again because now we're in control. We're financing our lifestyle. We're not utilizing the financial institutions any longer because we've built up this banking system. So now we can see maybe 200, 300, or even 400,000 of that money back into our lifetime that we can utilize to just recycle and keep using over and over again.
And leave that in addition to our life insurance policy to our family.
So true.
The key to infinite banking or utilizing insurance policy is the compound interest. Now, when we finance something, well, let's say our credit card, that's interest that's going to somebody else. Now, we can borrow the money from ourselves or for our insurance policy and still continue to earn interest on it.
True.
And still have the money to finance our lifestyle.
True.
So imagine if we connect that with something that you're already doing, let's say saving or investing. That's an additional compound interest that you're able to earn on that money. So that's how we're able to finance our lifestyle while we're alive instead of waiting to utilize something that we had sitting on the shelf for 15, 20, 30 years or till the age of 100.
Well, one thing I want to add is when we think about the financial industry, they are significant because they own debt. That's exactly what they do. Think of all of the houses, all the cars, all the credit cards that are distributed throughout the world. They own debt. So all we're teaching you to do is to create a system where you can own your own debt, and now that's cash flow that's just coming back to you. So those are things that we talk about on other videos, but that's the reason why we say it's so important for you to have finances today while you're living, to have that cash flow coming in, as opposed to just banking on that nest egg that you've put on the shelf and you're paying into for however many years. So you want to make sure that your banking system is powerful enough where it can sustain your lifestyle and then also maybe sustain someone else's lifestyle through the form of loans, because again, now you own debt.
Yeah, now you're the source of financing. Our financial institutions, they're genius. Like banks, they're geniuses. Like we should be learning from them, like doing exactly what they do and applying it on our own scale. Because if they have all the money, then shouldn't we be doing exactly what they're doing? And that's what infinite banking is just copying what other successful businesses like the banks are doing.
So true. Awesome. Well, if you guys like what we're talking about, be sure to like this video and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. And feel free to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at wealthnation.io. And if you'd like more information on what we teach, then check out our website. Go to wealthnation.io and register for one of 2 of our webinars. The first one is Infinite Banking 101, and the second one is Move Money to Make Money. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, and we hope that you have a great day.